Why does the financial world want you to believe that investing is a complex maze? They use complicated jargon and flashing numbers to make you feel overwhelmed. When you feel confused, you are more likely to hand over your money to an expensive advisor. But what if I told you that the most successful investors are often the laziest ones? There is a powerful secret that Wall Street does not want you to know. Complexity is a trap designed to steal your profit through high fees. The truth is that you can own the most successful companies in the world with just 3 simple pieces. This strategy is known as the 3-fund portfolio. It is a proven method that has helped thousands of retirees find peace of mind. You do not need to watch the news or track every stock market dip. In fact, the less you do, the more your wealth is likely to grow over time. Think of your investment portfolio like a garden. You do not need to dig up the seeds every day to see if they are growing. You simply need the right soil, the right sunlight, and a lot of patience. Let us look at why this simple approach wins nearly every single time. Most people believe that to get high returns, you must trade stocks constantly. They think they need to find the next big winner before everyone else does. However, historical data tells a very different story. Research shows that over 90% of professional fund managers failed to beat the market over 15 years. These are people with supercomputers and degrees from the best universities. If they cannot win by being active, why should you try to beat them at their own game? When you trade frequently, you pay more in taxes and transaction costs. These small costs act like a leak in a bucket. Over a decade or two, that leak can drain 30% of your total wealth. The simple solution is to stop searching for the needle in the haystack. Instead, you should just buy the entire haystack. This brings us to our first essential building block. It is an exchange-traded fund that tracks the total United States stock market. One example is the fund with the ticker symbol VTI. By holding this one fund, you own a small piece of nearly 4,000 American companies. You own the tech giants like Apple and Microsoft. You own the retail leaders like Walmart and Amazon. And you also own the small, hungry companies that might become the giants of tomorrow. If one company fails, it does not hurt you because you own all the others. The United States economy has shown incredible resilience for over a century. By owning a total market fund, you are betting on the long-term success of the entire nation. The best part is the cost. This fund charges a management fee of only 0.03%. That is nearly free compared to the 1% or more charged by traditional mutual funds. Every dollar you save in fees is a dollar that stays in your pocket to grow. However, the United States is not the only place where great companies exist. That is why we need our second building block. This is a fund that tracks the total international stock market outside of the United States. One popular choice is the fund with the ticker symbol VXUS. This fund gives you exposure to thousands of companies in Europe, Asia, and emerging markets. You get to own pieces of global leaders like Samsung, Toyota, and Nestle. The world is a big place, and different economies grow at different times. Sometimes international stocks perform better than American stocks. By owning both, you create a balance that protects you from a single country crashing. It is like having a diversified insurance policy for your wealth. But stocks can be a bumpy ride, especially when the news is full of bad headlines. This is where our third and final building block comes in. We need a cushion to protect our emotions and our capital. We use a total bond market fund, such as the one with the ticker symbol BND. Bonds are essentially loans you provide to the government or large corporations. In exchange for your loan, they pay you a steady stream of interest. Bonds are generally much less volatile than stocks. When the stock market goes down, bonds often stay stable or even go up. This acts as the shock absorber for your financial vehicle. Having a portion of your money in bonds prevents you from panicking during a market crash. The most important part of investing is staying the course. If your portfolio drops 40% and you sell in fear, you have lost the game. But if your bonds keep your total loss to only 10%, you can sleep at night. The key to this lazy strategy is finding the right mix for your age and goals. If you are 60 years old, you might choose to have 60% in stocks and 40% in bonds. This is the classic 60-40 portfolio that has served retirees well for decades. You can adjust this based on how much risk you are comfortable taking. Once you have set your target mix, your job is nearly finished. You only have to check your accounts once every year. This is called rebalancing. Over a year, your stocks might grow faster than your bonds. Suddenly, your mix might be 70% stocks and only 30% bonds. This means you are taking more risk than you originally planned. To fix this, You simply sell a little bit of the stocks that did well. Then you use that money to buy more of the bonds. This forces you to follow the golden rule of investing. You are automatically selling high and buying low. It only takes 15 minutes of your time once a year. The rest of the time, you should be focused on living your life. Go for a walk in the park, or spend time with your grandchildren. Travel to the places you have always wanted to see. The financial industry wants you to be glued to the television screen. They want you to feel anxious, so you will click on their ads. But you have a secret weapon now. You know that the noise does not matter. The daily ups and downs of the market are just ripples on the surface of a deep ocean. Your three-fund portfolio is like a sturdy ship sailing underneath those waves. As long as you do not jump overboard, you will reach your destination. Think about the mental energy you will save by not worrying about your money. What would you do with that extra space in your mind? Would you start a new hobby or volunteer for a cause you believe in? Investing should serve your life, not become your life. This lazy strategy is not just about making money, it is about reclaiming your freedom. You are building a legacy that is simple enough for your heirs to manage easily. You are showing them that wealth is built with discipline, not luck. There will be times when the market feels like it is falling apart. People around you will be talking about the latest crisis. They will be tempted to sell everything and hide under a rock. In those moments, remember the plan. Trust the thousands of companies you own across the globe. Trust the steady interest coming in from your bonds. And most importantly, trust the power of doing nothing. The most sophisticated investment strategy is the one you can actually stick with. You have worked hard for your money your entire life. Now it is time to let your money work hard for you. Start by looking at your current investments and see how much you are paying in fees. You might be surprised at how much is being taken from you. Transitioning to a simple three-fund portfolio could be the best gift you ever give yourself. It is the ultimate way to secure a stress-free retirement. If you found this helpful, you might also want to learn how to turn these funds into a monthly paycheck. I have another guide that explains exactly how to withdraw your money safely. But for today, take a deep breath and enjoy the simplicity. Your future self will thank you for the peace of mind you are building today. Thank you for listening and for taking control of your financial journey. Always remember that wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay steady, stay simple, and stay focused on what truly matters in life. This information is for educational purposes and is not intended as personal financial advice. Please consult with a qualified professional before making major investment decisions. Your journey to a simpler and wealthier life starts with a single step. Take that step today and move toward the retirement you deserve.